What's up, my friends? It is 4th of July here in Long Beach, California, and people are having a blast outside. It's kind of quiet at the moment, but I spoke too soon. It's gonna be chaotic through this video. That's just the way it is here in Long Beach. People like to have fun. They let loose on 4th of July. I'm honestly kind of over it. I've had my fun on 4th of July, and yeah, I'm staying in tonight. I'm gonna open up some packages here with you guys. I'm not gonna make this a really deep video. We're just gonna take a look at some stuff. I have some stuff that's been kind of sitting for a while that I really want to look at. One is the custom Miyoo Mini Plus, the Pikachu version. I'm sure it's gonna be in the thumbnail of this video, but I've had this for a couple months, and honestly, I haven't opened it yet. I've peeked at it like this, but I haven't taken it out of the bag. So we're gonna get a first impression together on this. I'm excited to do that because I've been wanting to do it for a long time and I'm just having a hard time getting these videos made. This came in the mail, surprised me because I didn't expect it, the GKD Pixel 2. So we're gonna take a look at that as well. Thank you, Mac DIY, you guys are awesome. This right here is the Pixel 1, so we'll be able to kind of compare it to that. I have a V90S by PowKiddy in one of these. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm not sure what's in the other package. So, we're gonna just find out together. And right here I have a power bank. This is a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank by INIU. This company sent me a power bank in the past, a 25,000 milliamp hour power bank, and I absolutely love this thing. This thing is a fast charge power bank, PD protocol, all that stuff. 2 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port. I love it. I use it more than my Anchor power banks now. It's become my go-to portable power bank. So yeah, all right, let's just save this for a little bit later. I think I'm gonna start with the Miyoo Mini Plus before we get into this stuff right here because it's been too long. It's time to take a look at this thing. Let me just move this stuff out of the way. All right, let's open this thing up. I'm not going to go into the manual and do all that today. We're just going to take a look at the console, turn it on, feel the buttons, see how it looks. I'm kind of excited. Before I do that though, let's just see what is in here. Okay, we have the memory card. I guess it's already installed. We have a screen protector, USB cable, and a SD card reader. Nothing under there. This is got a little hole cut in it right there. I'm not sure why. But all right, let's just move that stuff aside, and here it is. I'm excited. Wow, you could already feel that it's cold. It's like this thing is metal. So here we go. My hands are shaking a little bit, guys. You know, I'm having anxiety. That's what it is. It's no health problems. It's just I get nervous, especially when there's explosions going off outside. But honestly, when I do presentations, when I was in college, my hands would shake in front of the class. It's just something that happens. Look at this thing. Damn, that looks good. Thing looks sick. That thing is beautiful. I thought all the buttons were going to be red, but is that brown? So I guess that's matching the little Pikachu colors right there. So I haven't touched any of the buttons on it or the D-pad. God, I hope this chaos going on outside doesn't make this video too uncomfortable to watch. This thing feels so solid. It has a weight to it. It's like, man, I have another Miyoo Mini Plus I can pull out to compare it to, but I think you guys have all seen them before. So we have the power button on the top. We have the custom back buttons with the contoured shape to them. As you can see right there, again, red and brown. Little Pikachu in the middle right there. The monster best wishes, something like that. Anybody know what that says down there? Let me know. Let's take a look at this D-pad here. All right, is that thing metal? I'm not sure if it's metal. It looks like it is. Honestly, I can't tell, but wow, this thing has micro switches in it. You hear that? Wow, that is amazing. That feels so premium. Wow. Face buttons. Same, super light to the touch, micro switches. I don't know if you guys can hear that over the fireworks, but that's nice. Start and select. You're not going to be able to hear it with this, but they're a little bit different. They're kind of like those dome switches or something. I'm not sure, maybe not, but. And the reset button. The reset button is kind of flush, more flush than the original one. So we have our volume rocker on the side, our back buttons. You guys aren't going to get the best idea of how they sound right now, but they feel good and they sound good. You know what I'm going to have to do too in this video? I'm going to pull out I have a charging dock and a grip for the Miyoo Mini too, so we'll be able to check that Miyoo Mini Plus as well. So all right, let's turn this thing on and take a look. It's going to have Surwish in it, I think, a custom SD card that Mech DIY provides or offers. Oh, I thought the battery was dead. I got nervous. So this thing should have a nice collection of games pre-installed. And first thing I want to do is check, wow, that D-pad feels so cool. Just feels super premium. All right, brightness, it's on 8 out of 10 right now. So we don't need to do the whole let's test everything on here. I think you guys know how a Miyoo Mini runs or operates for the most part. And this is Onion OS, so it's going to have a bunch of different themes in here. Let's actually check the themes real quick. You know what I'm going to do? Let's put Tech Dweeb's theme. It's usually in the Surwish collection. I'm going to use this theme right here. Apply icons on, install. Alright, there it is. We got Tech Dweeb's theme on the Pikachu or the Pokemon Miyoo Mini Plus. So here we go. We got the recents. There shouldn't be anything in there. Themes and tweaks. Okay. Favorites. Nothing yet. Games. There we go. We got 6 pages of games. It's got a lot of stuff going on in it. Expert. We got our standalone emulators right here. Let's just play a couple games, try a couple things out in here, and then maybe we should see if we can throw a fireball on this thing. Let's try that. You know what? I'm going to put the grip on. I'll have links for all the stuff I show in this video in the description below. Alright, let's see if this metal shell fits in here the way it should. And it does. It's nice and snug. Look at that. Nice. If you guys can't handle the fireworks, no worries, I understand. Let me know in the comments below if it was a bad idea to do this video while the chaos is happening. Let's just give this D-pad a try here. No problem. Nice. So yeah, it works perfectly fine. It's different. It feels different. I think I just got to kind of get used to it, but I don't have my buttons mapped correctly right now like I like to. You know what? I'm having a little bit of a hard time doing my diagonal jumps. It seemed like maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, I think I'm tripping. Actually, it seems to work pretty well. I didn't get my hurricane kick in there. Let's try one more. Whoop. There it is. Alright, so yeah, D-pad works good for fighting games. Let's get out of there. I should play a Pokemon game, but I don't even know what to play when it comes to Pokemon games. Here's all the Poke Mini stuff. Let's try a little Tetris. Poke Tetris. Let me know, guys, where should I start? I've asked this before, but I haven't got around to it, so I'd like to hear it again from you guys. If I was to start a Pokemon game for the first time in my life, never having played Pokemon before, what should I play first? So it looks like, I don't know if this is proper aspect ratio. You guys let me know. How's Poke Mini supposed to look? I'm not sure. I've never played before. Oh, we got hard drops. That's cool. Wonder if I could slide this. Nope, you can't slide it. Oh well. See if we can get one Tetris. There it is. Alright. Alright. What was that? Who did I catch? Oh, that's kind of cool. This might be fun. Alright, let's get out of there. Should we try more games? I don't know. I think we should just move on to another console right now instead of testing a bunch of stuff on this. This is more about taking a look at the handheld itself, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to set this one aside now, and we're going to open up another package. All right, let's do that. Let me back out of here and let's just shut this down. We're gonna go into settings and shut down. There we go. Bye. All right, the car alarm just stopped so I could continue. This is the GKD Pixel 2 that we're going to take a look at now. Real quick, let's take a look at the information we have here on the GKD Pixel website. We have the Pixel 1 and the Pixel 2 here. It's showing the Pixel 2 was released on February 2025. It's a 2.4-inch screen at 4:3 aspect ratio. Can run up to PSP. It's around $80, I guess. IUX, powered by Rocknix. So the stock system is Rocknix. You could put Plum OS on here, I guess. 640 by 480 is the resolution, IPS screen. It's going to be a much better screen, 333 ppi versus 173 ppi for the other one. It's aluminum and it weighs 114 grams. Okay, so it requires a USB dongle for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. All right, unfortunately it doesn't have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in, but you can use a dongle where you can't use a dongle for the Pixel 1. There's some more specs for you guys right there. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. Again, I apologize for being kind of all over the place here. It's just a crazy night here. So I'm just rolling with it. Hope you guys are rolling with it too. So that's a nice little whimsical box. Here's the box for the first Pixel right here, GKD Pixel. So really similar, exact same size box, even though the console's gonna be bigger. Let's take a look at it. All right. No USB-C cable or no USB cable at all. Interesting. That's surprising. Usually it comes with a cable. I'm surprised. I wonder if, doesn't even seem like there'd be room for one. We have a manual here. Just give you guys a quick look at that. Feel free to pause it if you want to get the info, if there is any info. It doesn't look like there's much going on there. I guess there's some info right there. But we're just gonna get a quick look at this thing today. All right. It's got some weight to it. What was the weight? I don't remember, but I know I just mentioned it. So we got the purple one here. That's purple, right? Yeah. That looks good. And it feels good. Another cold to the touch handheld. Wow. That feels really nice. So we got the RGB or whatever you want to call it, the LEDs right here for the power indication. We have a reset button, or I'm not sure, that might be like a menu button. Power. I don't even remember. I haven't used this thing that much. It's kind of more like a collectible for me, which this one's going to be too. This one feels like denser than this one. You know, I should pull this thing out of the case. There we go. So there it is right there, the Pixel 1 and the Pixel 2. It's definitely bigger, which is going to make it easier to play and hold because this one is so tiny. So as you can see, this one has a metal D-pad and metal buttons, and it kind of makes a noise when the D-pad hits the side of the metal shell, as you can hear right there. But it actually feels really nice to me. I actually really kind of like these. So this one, I think they're plastic. Yeah, that's plastic. So they went from a metal D-pad to a plastic one to make it quieter. Not like anything needs to be quiet in this video, but that D-pad, that feels really good. Look at that, it has a nice pivot. Am I in focus? Yeah, that feels really good. It feels better, actually. Definitely feels better. This one has a less pronounced pivot. Not that this one's bad, it actually feels pretty damn good too, but this one does feel better. And I think they put some time into that. They probably listened to the community. I know they wanted it to be quieter because people had complained that that one was a little bit loud. Face buttons, nice and light to the touch, but still tactile. Rubber membrane, silicone membrane. They feel really good. We have a USB-C charging port on the bottom and a 3.5mm headphone jack, and I guess a single speaker right there. Here's our TF card, volume down and up. Little lanyard slot right there. A couple of Phillips screws. And our shoulder buttons. Really clicky, super flush. Really hard to hit L2 and R2. Those are probably just going to be hotkeys. You know what though? I have something special here. I have a box from Boxin House Store. I need to zoom in for it, but you can see right there we have a GKD Pixel case. It's going to be similar to this one here. It's like a 3-in-1. So we'll check that out in a little bit. I totally forgot about that. But let's move this thing off to the side and start this one up and take a look at it. Man, this video is going to be long, I think, because I am just kind of rambling here. That's all right though. You guys can put it at 1.5 speed, 2.0, whatever you want to do, or just skip ahead. I'll make sure I have chapters in here. There's our iOS boot logo, powered by Rocknix. All right, here we are. Is everything in Chinese? It says arcade. I think it's in English and Chinese. Arcade, handheld, console, other, app, and settings. So let's just check it out. So we got arcade here. These are all our arcade emulators. So this one's probably going to be like vertical arcade, like shoot 'em ups. These are going to be mostly fighters. Final Burn Neo, MAME, and Naomi. Handheld. These are going to be all our handhelds. So Game & Watch, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Neo Geo Pocket Color, and Neo Geo Pocket. Nintendo DS, Game Gear, Pokemon, PSP, Wonder Swan Color, and here's our consoles. We have 3DO, Atari 2600, 5200, 7800, Dreamcast, Famicom, Mega Drive 32X, N64, Neo CD, PC Engine, PC Engine CD, PlayStation DuckStation. I'm not sure what the difference between those two are. Sega CD, Super Famicom, SG-1000, Sega Master System, Sega Saturn. Wow, there's a lot of systems on here. I'm surprised to see Sega Saturn on here. Vectrex and Virtual Boy. Other, DOS, MSX, Open Beats of Rage, PC-98, Pico 8, and ports. Okay, what do we have in ports? We have Celeste, Stardew Valley, and Shredder's Revenge. Okay, Pico 8, what do we have in there? We got a bunch of stuff in Pico 8. We don't have a Patras though. What a bummer. Apps. So we have Explorer. I'm not going to mess with that. I don't want to accidentally move files. Media player. This could actually be good as a little, media player. Play your music on here. You got a headphone jack right there. Unlike this right here, which is another really good console to compare to this that I didn't think about. You have the RG Nano right here. I'm not going to start it up. But yeah, this one does not have a 3.5mm jack, so you have to use an adapter with it. So take a look at the Nano. There we go. Look at that. Wow. A lot of metal handhelds today. I'll have to pull them all out in the end and put them side by side. But yeah, so then you can see how small the Nano is, because I was just tripping on how small this was. Even this is small, but this is tiny. Look at this thing has emulation station on there. Should we check that out? Let's check it out. This is a nice looking front end right here. This looks really good. You know, if everything's already set up in here, I'd like to keep it straight up on emulation station. It looks a lot better than, you know, that kind of outdated look, Linux look. And let's just do a little Jetpack Joyride. This is the kind of console that you play simple games on. You know, you're not going to be playing really God of War on this thing. There we go. Oh, I remember this. I don't like this one. Crazy teleporter. Ooh, how did I miss that? Oh, there we go. All right, let's try something else. How do we get out of here? I press this button on the side right here. There we go. So this button brings up the PPSSPP menu. Let's see what we have in the menu. So we have it on 1X PSP, frame skipping 1, and that's what you're going to want to keep it at for PSP, and you're only going to get the lightweight games. 1 Tetris. Whoa! And we got our Tetris. Alright, let's try something else. So I tried playing Diddy Kong Racing and none of the controls worked, but they're working here. So we got New Super Mario Brothers on Nintendo DS here. Look at the screen, it's almost the size of my thumbnail. Just a single screen, I mean when you're doing top and bottom like that. But we only need this right here, so that looks pretty good. Let me just skip to the gameplay. Ooh, they're having fun outside. There goes my favorite car. Yeah, seriously guys, let me know, was this a bad idea to film during this? Probably was. Oh. Mario's sluggish in this one, in my opinion. Maybe the game is running a little bit slow. It kind of feels like it is. The audio sounds fine though. We're gonna skip that coin. Oh man. I'm not gonna be able to get up there, am I? Oh, okay. Should I skip that? Yeah, I'm gonna skip that mushroom just to see if I can get to the top of the flag, because as some of you guys know, I'm terrible at jumping to the top of the flagpole. As you guys can see. Alright. There's a bunch of other stuff we could play on here, but yo, this is an RK3326 chip. Battery's getting a little bit low on here. We're at 35%. There's still some. I feel a little bit of warmth on there. Not much gameplay to get warm, but yeah, it does feel a little bit warm. But yeah, we know what an RK3326 can run. I like the way this looks. I like the way it feels. I'm going to get out the little 3D printed grip case thing for it, and I'm going to try that thing out on it now. Alright, so I'm going to open this box right here. I actually have like 3 of these that I still need to open. I'm going to do them in a different video. But this has the GKD Pixel 2 3-in-1 case, and I think there's some other stuff in here too. I'm not sure what, but let's just find out. Boxin House Store on AliExpress. They make such nice grips, like the best 3D printed grips that I've seen. And they've been really good to me. So I'll have links in the description for anything I show here. What do we have? Look, we have a Miyoo Flip grip. That's awesome because I got the Miyoo Flip right here. So we'll check that out too. Nice. Wow, there's a bunch of stuff in here. What do we have here? RG34XXSP grip. You gotta be kidding me. I got the RG34XXSP right here. Cool. We'll check that out. What's this? Another RG34XXSP grip in Galaxy Black. Okay. And some backup buttons. Alright. Let's see, what's this? What is this? This is a... Wow, look at that. A Miyoo Flip DIY handheld game console cover. We'll have to check that out too. Wow, it's like Christmas on the 4th of July. Alright, what's this right here? The RG34XXSP handheld game console cover. Wow, thank you, Joe. You're the man. And this is going to be the GKD Pixel 3-in-1. So we're going to check that out first. Alright, let's get into this. Okay, some instructions right there. And check it out. And there it is. How does that look? Does it match pretty well? That's actually pretty close, huh? I'm colorblind, guys, but I can still say that to my eyes it looks like it matches pretty nicely. I'm gonna slide this out first, I guess. Okay. Look at that. There's some felt in there. Wow. Jeez, it's crazy out there. This is Long Beach every year. And all over LA. Like this, huh? Okay. Wow, this one. The other one I have, this one is, oh, this one's not magnetic, is it? Oh yeah, this one is magnetic, as you can see. That's kind of nice. I like that. This one's not magnetic, but this one is much more robust. There's like, it's really nice. Look, it's got like indents for the D-pad and the buttons. Wow. Okay, so I'm not sure what this is here. Oh, it's just a lanyard. So you're gonna put this one in this way, like that right there. That slot. Okay. It's kind kind of hard to think with all that going on out there. But okay, so then you're going to close it like that, and now it's got a base down there. And there it is. So it makes it like the size of an actual Miyoo Mini or something like that, a Miyoo Mini Plus. And actually, you're going to be able to play much easier like this. Captain Commando. So this makes it so easy to hold and actually play. I feel like the A button is a little close to the side of this though. I haven't played this game in a long time. Let's get in this mech. How do I get in? There we go. Oh, that was short-lived. All right, you know what? Let's get out of here. Let's try some other stuff. So let's open this thing up and put it away. There we go. So I'm gonna pull that out, and now I'm just gonna put this in like that right there. There's all these little foam pads to protect it. But yeah, that is so snug. I don't want to test it too much, but yeah, it's kind of staying in there. I'm not going to take too much of a risk here, but it's in there nice and snug. This one, I think you just kind of slide it down in there, right? Oh, actually, this goes on the outside right there. And those little notches line up right there. So that should be it right there. Hopefully it closes. There we go. This thing was a little bit strange to get on, but once you know what you're doing with it, it's not a problem. I keep trying to open it vertically, like this one right here. This one just fits in really nicely, and it's got felt on the bottom right there. I love the magnets on this one. It's satisfying. This thing kind of pops off a little bit sometimes. There's no magnets on this, and it's not as satisfying to open and close because you just have these plastic clips right here. But still, it's cool. So, yeah. All right, so that's the GKD Pixel 2. I think I'm going to open this one right here. I'm hoping this is the V90S. Woo! Caught it. And there it is, courtesy of Mech DIY. The PowKiddy V90S. So we have the original V90 here. Let's just pull that out before we open this. I have a sticker on it, but this is the OG clamshell. I've had this one before all my retro handhelds except for the RG34XXSP from Anbernic. Let's see if they've made any improvements on it. I know they have, but this one has stereo speakers. This one doesn't. So that's one thing that's a little bit unfortunate about it. But what color do we have here? We have the black one. All right. Oh, look at that. I don't know if it's Surwish or what, but it's going to be a highly curated card from Mech DIY. Here's our manual. I'll take some time to look at this later. Feel free to just pause it if you guys want that info. All our hotkeys right there. I am going to have to put this card in, but let's just see what this thing has to offer right out of the box before we open it up. Just a USB-C cable, I mean USB-A to C. This thing is actually kind of heavy, relatively speaking. Compared to this, wow, this feels like a toy. This, wow, yeah, significantly heavier, okay? I don't know if it's just the battery or what. So here we have it right here. It looks like it's got some fingerprints on it. I'm going to kind of wipe that off. Our battery, 3,000 milliamp hour battery. Here we go. Here's the first opening. And it has a really, this hinge feels pretty similar to the Anbernic RG34XXSP and 35XXSP. Definitely different than the original snappy hinge. And different than the Miyoo Flip hinge. Where did I put the Miyoo Flip? So yeah, this hinge has been holding up, I gotta say. I haven't been gentle on it either. It's just been working. This one is a nice quiet hinge. And we have the RG34XXSP here. Let's just compare this hinge to it really quick. Yeah, feels almost the same, except when you get to that last section right there, This one, it doesn't want to stay there. It will if you have kind of gravity holding it, but you do, it just pops right back. This one feels a little bit different on that last section right there. Yeah, it doesn't want to stay at all, and I don't want to try to force it. So it's only got that one stopping point, which is, I don't know what that angle is, but let's compare it. Is that the same? It's about the same. Yeah. All right, let's open up this one too. And let's pull out the flip. Well, might as well. Basically the ideal angle, right? So let's test these buttons. We don't have any sticks on here like we do on the 34XXSP and the Miyoo Flip. So we're going to take a look at the D-pad. And we have a rubber membrane, silicone membrane D-pad. And it doesn't feel bad. It's soft on the touch. Feels a little bit loose. Not loose, but just kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a, feels almost like a cheap membrane. I don't know if that's bad to say, but actually feels pretty good. I'm not going to complain. Face buttons. It feels like a PowKiddy device. That's pretty much the way to put it. I think it definitely feels different than the Anbernic devices, but obviously it's going to feel different than them. Face buttons, really light on the touch. Again, they feel like PowKiddy face buttons. They just kind of feel a little bit cheaper, but not bad. They just feel like PowKiddy. All right, shoulder buttons. Clicky, kind of loud, again, like I would expect PowKiddy shoulder buttons. L2 and R2 sound different than L and R. As you can see, they're using a different switch. Yeah, definitely. All right, so select, start, menu, all really clicky, volume up and down, and we don't have a memory card in there, so I am going to have to open this up and put it in. Let's just close this for now. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put it in this one right here, and because that little thing is right there, I'm assuming the lip is going to go towards the back. That feels right. All right, it's in. Let's start it up. Ooh, vibration. Let's go. We got the all-winner A133P chip, and you can see it right there. That's kind of cool. I think those are our two RAM chips right there. You guys let me know. What are we looking at down there? Okay, so here we are. I think this is Emulation Station, and we have a theme that I've seen before. Is this Carbon? I can't remember. But, oh, we're in Bodicera. Okay. Emulation Station version 40. Is that 4.2? Brightness. Okay, we're at 80%. Let's bring it up to 100. And I got to press it 100 times. Or 20 times to get to 100. And now I got to press it 100 times to get down to 0. Yeah, I hold it and it does nothing. So let's bring it down to 0. All right, 100 or 99 button presses later, we're at 0 or 1%, and that is pretty dim. So this is a good candidate for midnight gaming in bed. All right, let's just leave it at 85 right there. I'm gonna back out of here. Now let's just check some games out. PSP, what do we have in there? Again, we got the minis. I'm not gonna mess with PSP right now. This is the same chipset that you're gonna see in the TrimUI Smart Pro and a lot of other consoles now, but you know, it's not something that you're gonna be playing a bunch of PSP on. You can play some. It's pretty much PS1 and below. Let's just do some Crash. Screen looks really nice. Look at that. All right, let's just get through the first level. I'm not gonna get all the boxes. Screen looks beautiful. I can already tell it has a good dynamic range because this is the game I test for that. At the end of the level, when you get to the pyramid, when he's jumping up you go into these shadows, and usually on a console that doesn't have a good dynamic range, you won't be able to see him well in those shadows. This D-pad feels like it has some pretty easy to hit false inputs. I could be wrong on that, but this is also one of those games where I could usually tell, like when I'm running forward, he'll run like to the left and the right a little bit, and that seems to be happening here. So I'm guessing that this D-pad has some pretty bad false inputs. Alright, so here we are in the pyramid section. As you can see, I go into the shadows right here, and you could totally still see Crash. On, I don't know if you guys, I'm not holding it up close enough, but on other consoles, you can't see anything in this dark area right here. That's something I like to test for dynamic range. Good quality screen here. Oh, charge. Yeah, the D-pad feels like it has some pretty bad false inputs. I could tell when I'm running forward, he moves to the left and the right easier than I would like. So, yeah, I don't think it's the greatest D-pad on earth. It's alright, but I feel like it's really sensitive. Alright, let's try something else. We're going to be selecting X. There we go. Selecting X gets us into RetroArch. And I press back, up, quit. So that one speaker right there, it would have been nice to have two. DJ. Alright. The Hadouken test. Easy. Very easy. I love a silicone membrane D-pad for fighting games, and I didn't get my Shoryuken there, but let's see if we can get it here. Yeah, we can get it. The fireballs are coming out super smooth. Wow. Very, very easy. So this D-pad's good for fighting games. One more round. Whoop. Yeah, I like this D-pad for fighting games. Diagonals, no problem. Fireballs from the right, no problem. Alright, we're good with that. Select an X, back, up, out. Alright, I don't think we need to test a whole bunch of stuff. I just want to see the form factor, see how the D-pad works. It's not amazing, but it works alright. You can see here we can move left and right just by touching the bottom. But, oh, you know what? When you press down, it moves through them anyway. But it goes like through like a couple systems. It's kind of like random as opposed to pressing left and right. But yeah, I don't think the D-pad is ideal. It does work good for fighting games though. Let's see what's in Dreamcast. Crazy Taxi. Let's try Crazy Taxi. Alright, so it's not mapped correctly. I should remap it. You know what? Let's remap it. So I'm going to go in here and then I'm going to fix that. Input. RetroPad binds. Port 1. Let's just go set all controls. Okay, D-pad up, down, left, right, B, A, Y, X, select, start, L, R, L2, R2, no L3, no R3. Okay, save controller profile. There we go. I'm going to go into configuration file and I'm going to save new configuration. I might have messed up every other system and turned it into A, B, X, Y, but I'll fix it later. So let's just resume. Come on, get in. Go to the department store. It sounds really choppy. I should probably talk over this because the music I think is copyrighted. And Nick, look at the screen. Oh wow, the rumble works. Wow, this is the first time I've played Crazy Taxi on a device like this small where the rumble worked. I wasn't expecting that. Crazy Taxi. Sorry, I was holding it off to the side and like looking at the handheld and not realizing I'm getting off camera. Oh wow, that rumble feels good. I actually like the way it feels. It's cool. When the cars crash into you, you feel it. But this is not playable. The audio is horrible. It's torture. I would not play this again, but it is kind of cool to feel that rumble. So I know that it'll be cool in other games, maybe like Virtua Tennis. It's probably more playable. That rumble actually really makes the game more immersive. I'm not gonna make it. That's okay. I'm taking forever. Oh, there it is. And it rumbled on me to tell me the time is up. Alright, let's get out of there. Yeah, I think I'm going to kind of end this video. I have some other videos lined up real soon, but you know what? I forgot. Before I end this video, I want to take a look at this. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's just, I wonder if I close this. Does it sleep? Let's see. That light is on right there. No, it doesn't. So this doesn't have like an auto sleep, unfortunately. Let's see if I just press the power button. That does. So I'm going to close that for now. Let me see if I remember to open this back up. It's at 81% right now. I'm just going to check this battery right here, see how this thing is. And then we'll go back to that console and see if the battery drained at all. So I'm going to open this thing. It's going to be, like I showed in the beginning, very similar to this, I think, but much slimmer. So let's check it out. Oh, that didn't peel very nicely. Like I said, I really like this company or this brand right here. It's just served me. Wow, it's a lot smaller than I thought. This thing is tiny. This is a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, and it is tiny. Oh my goodness, I did not expect it to be that small. So here's the 25,000 milliamp hour power bank, and this, wow, look at that thing, fast charge. This thing is beautiful. So what do we have here? INIU power bank P50E1, 10,000 milliamp hour. 6200 milliamp hour output, 5 volt, 31.5 watts, 9 volt. Okay, so we have a few different. We have 2 USB-Cs and 1 USB-A, the same as this. I'm trying to figure out what the full output is. I think it's 36 watts. Is it? It's got to be more than that, right? 31. I think it is 36 watts. Okay, maximum capacity, because this one right here is 91.25. So this is much smaller. It's not as fast, but it's still pretty fast, 36 watts. And man, that thing looks cool. I should take a look at the GKD Pixel next to it, the Pixel 1. It's like almost the same size right there. So this thing even has a screen. We just need a D-pad and some buttons on it. But yeah, this thing is really nice. We have 51% on it. It didn't come with, oh, you know what? This is a USB-C cord right there. Look at that. That is so cool right there. So probably a pretty decent, yeah, my hands are shaking. Pretty decent, I'm sure this is a fast charge cable. It's braided, or not braided, but I don't know what you want to call that. It's really nice. So it's a lanyard. This is a great little power bank. I'm amazed. I thought it was going to be like twice the size because of the box. I thought it was going to be like that, you know, but just thinner. I thought it would be about this size, but much thinner. So I'm digging it. Let's see. This is C to C, so it's not going to charge most of the devices I have here, but I have my phone right here. Let's just check that out. So let's put it in out 1. And there we go, charging. Yeah, if I had, I'm filming with my Samsung, but it would tell me on there super fast charging. I'm sure it does. But yeah, this thing is awesome. I'll have links in the description for anybody that's interested in it. Check it out. I love it. Thank you, INIU. I appreciate you guys. Here's the INIU web, INIU.shop right there. Where's the barcode? I don't see. Scan the barcode. Here's the manual. For anybody that wants some more information. Oh my goodness. Alright, this video needs to end. With all the chaos going on outside at this point, I think I'm going to call it for this video. I'll do another video in the future showing all the clamshells together. I plan on doing one like that anyway, and there's a ton of them out there right now anyway. So I got them all kind of right here right now, but there are a few that are missing. So yeah, we're going to do that on another day. I have the Retroid Flip 2, and I have not even taken it out of the box yet. I'm super excited about that because I have a bunch of accessories to test with it, like 3 different grips, some skins, and some other cool stuff. So we'll check that out real soon. You know what? I realized there's some things I didn't do in this video that I plan to. All these, we'll take a look at these in another video because, yeah, it's just getting too crazy. The chaos outside is getting to me, and I need to edit this video still tonight. So I'm going to end it here, my friends. Do me a favor. I know this was a crazy video. Hopefully you guys skipped ahead where you needed to. Drop me a like if you don't mind. I appreciate it. It's been real hard for me to get these videos made lately. I'm really trying, and I have a lot to come. So stick with me, my friends, and I'll get them done. All right, my friends. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.